Hello, beautiful people. I am back. Of course, I'm not going to take you up into the bank unless you all know what my business was or anything like that up in there. But I'm back. Now, let me finish the story about the detective. And she was really, really, really sweet about it for the detective so-and-so from Killeen Police Department. She was like, "Are you okay?" Because what she did is she kind of moved over the double lines down there. And then when she did that, she went around the block and came back and she stopped and she goes, "Are you okay? I'm Detective so-and-so with Killeen Police Department." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm fine. I was a little distracted. My knee hurts, my ankle hurts, my foot hurts, and it's always up on that right side. And it's because of torn tendons. I'm not going to have surgery. I'm not. I've already had two near-death experiences. I'm not trying to have no more. No more. One of these days I'll tell you all about my near-death experiences. One day. And it's not going to be anytime soon. I think that's a personal matter, and when it's time for me to share it, oh, believe me, I'm sharing it. And I'm not ashamed or anything of my near-death experience. Okay, let me finish the story. I'm not going to tell you how or why my near-death happened. I'll explain what happened during my near-death experience. Okay. What had happened is, with the Killeen police officer, she asked me, and I turned around and I told her, I was like, "No, I'm just in pain. There is no sidewalks here. It's kind of sore. Plus, I wasn't paying attention." My service dog, what he does, I know it's kind of loud, and I hope that y'all can hear me, but he turns around and he'll gently push up against me to keep me from falling, to be more stable. Loud trucks. So I have to be more stable, and if I fall, there's nobody there to help me get up or anything. And I didn't have my cane with me that day. Oh, yes, I did. But still, falling on the pavement like that, it would have hurt. And like I said, there is no sidewalks but a patch here and there along this road here. So, oh, come on, light, hurry up and change. And didn't I gotta stand here so long? Like I said, there's no button I can push for the light to change. There's no crosswalk here. And the street's kind of wide, and it's kind of hard for me to get across the way I walk and everything. Okay. But she just wanted to make sure I was doing okay. And I told her I was. I was fine. I was good. I'll stay up on the street. She goes, "Well, I didn't know if you were blind. I seen that you got a handle for your dog's harness there." And I went, "No, that's not it. I'm just in a lot of pain today. I do not take painkillers, and I definitely don't ever drink." So these vehicles are really, really loud today. So, and my dog is being so good. Look at him. He's looking, he's deciding what he needs to do next. That's the good thing about Great Pyrenees and a Great Pyrenees mix, is a lot of people think that they're stubborn and everything. They're not stubborn. They're just independent thinkers. They're deciding and thinking if the way you want them to do something, if it's going to work out, or if they do something and it works out. So I'm trying to get across without walking too fast and hurting my knee my foot or my ankle anymore. So, and I can't walk too fast. It pulls on those tendons and the ligaments, and it makes me hurt even more. And of course, I'm not walking up here where there's no sidewalk. That ground is just way too uneven for me. It really is, and it makes me hurt more. And I gotta go do laundry today. I cannot and will not have this. Not today. Not today. Okay. Let me talk about my 2 near-death experiences. And it happened on the same day, within a matter of minutes from each other. Okay. I finally got to the hospital. If people want to, they can go to my Facebook account. They can see on one of my pictures, if you enlarge it, on one of my pictures, with me having a shaved head, a pink shirt on, because I do work out at the gym, but that's beside the point. And that's one of my gym shirts. And I had went to the gym that day, and I was like, afterwards, I was like, I'm gonna shave my head. I'm not ashamed of the scar up on me, and I'm absolutely not. I stood up for myself and my principles that day. I have morals and values. I don't have to lie to achieve things up in life like my haters do, and they run around lying to Adult Protective Services about me. Okay, well, after I shaved my head, you can still, the hole didn't close up at that time. I'm gonna let you guess of why that hole is. It just enlarge the picture, and you're gonna see that I have a scar up on my forehead. And out of that scar, there was a hole that was still there. It's closed up since then, but I still have an indent in my forehead. And once in a while, I'll wear a head cover to cover it. Not because I'm ashamed or anything. It's due to the religion up on my mom's side. And I'm not ashamed of that either. I was raised Hasidic Jew. I'm not ashamed. I still have my beliefs in some things about my religion, but I don't. Let me put it this way: I'm not so much religious. I'm more spiritual. Now, my dad's side was not Jewish at all. There was a few Jews that married up into the family. You know, and they had kids up over the years. A few French Jews. But that's beside the point. I'm not even going to talk about my dad's side. But, I consider myself more spiritual than religious. Now, I had an incident that had happened to me. And I'm not even going to get into detail about it. Yes, this person is serving time in prison for what they did to me. Okay. I'm not upset by it. And I won't be. Because that anger and everything isn't going to help me. Period. It's not going to help me. It may help the other person with, like, oh, look, she's angry. I did this and this and this to her. No. It's not my burden. I'm not going to carry it. Okay. Well, the person's got a few more years up in prison before they're eligible for parole, but I will argue that that person stay up in prison for the remainder of their sentence. Okay. And that's not because of anger or anything like that. This person is. I'm not going to say anything else about that. I'm not. But I had gotten to the hospital. I didn't realize how severe it was. I had lost a massive amount, units of blood. I'll put it that way. All of a sudden, I just started blacking out. I could see myself on the paved road. Like, not paved like this kind of road, but paved with, like, I don't know how to explain that. And then, before I knew it, I'm not on the road anymore. I'm off to the side of the road once I get up to the pearly gates. And I'm thinking to myself, but it's so beautiful. This is where I want to be. Why am I over here in the grass looking at the fence and not the gate, the pearly gates anymore? Well, I'm looking through the fence itself, like a black wrought iron fence. And I'm looking through there, and I can see this beautiful, 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 just beautiful crystal palace. And the colors that were emanating off of this crystal palace was just gorgeous. And I wanted to stay. I swear to you, I wanted to stay. I wanted to. But I didn't. I could hear one of the nurses up in the background telling me, Kirsten, you gotta come back. Kirsten, you have to come back right now. And she repeatedly said that. And I'm like, the last time I looked up, and I remember I looked up over my right shoulder, and I can see her at a distance. And then before I knew it, I was sucked back into my body. And I heard her say, we got to get her up on the gurney now. So her and the other nurse were trying to lead me to the gurney, to get me up on the gurney. And it happened again. But the second time it happened, it was all black. And to this day, I think that they were able to revive me before I started to move to the other side, because I have a feeling if I would have moved to the other side, there would have been no coming back for me. None. So, and look at my baby. Yes, my baby. He knows I'm getting stressed out about certain things. And so, you know, I don't care if somebody believes me or not. Honestly, I don't care. This is my experience that happened for me. Now, everybody that has a near-death experience, quite a few of them will not talk about what they've seen up on the other side because they're afraid of being ridiculed or being labeled as a loony. Others will talk about it and everybody's like, yeah, that's not heaven. That was you making things up. And since then, it has made me a lot less religious and more spiritual. And I was talking to a rabbi at the time about that. And he goes, it is 100% understandable of everything that you have been through with your near-death experience. And he only considered the first one a near-death experience. He said the other one was probably just how they were moving me to get me up into the on top of the gurney, and that's probably why I had passed out. He could be right. I don't think so, but that's my own belief. Now, and like I said, look, I'm starting out here in the road again. He's pushing me away from the curb. I was talking about certain things and not paying attention. Damn, my foot hurts. And I still gotta go do laundry today. I got to. That's a must. That's gonna happen. I don't run around with dirty clothes. Yuck. Now, when you get way up here at this corner, yes, they do have the crosswalk signals up here, but they don't have it downtown. Kind of ticking me off. That's all right. It's okay. And the roads, even downtown Killeen, are even worse. It's like every few months they gotta dig up the entire street to fix it again. It's horrible. Stop. And my baby is so anxious to get across the street, and I don't know why. Ooh, a Cybertruck. I like those. Would I drive one? No. It's not my style. It is not my style. And then there's like a huge drop off on a lot of these curbs. And it kind of ticks me off because then I got to take a larger step to get off the curb. And that kind of bothers me because of my foot, my ankle, my knee being so bad, you know. And God forbid if I'm having a migraine headache that day. Then it just makes it worse for me. You know, my balance, my depth perception is really thrown off. I haven't had a migraine in years, and I ain't trying to go there no more. No. All right, people. I have been yakking enough. But leave a comment down below. I am going to leave my Cash App information up on both videos, and hopefully y'all will donate. That way we can have like a little Q&A. Matter of fact, leave a comment down below and ask me questions. You know, as long as it's not rude, crude, or vulgar, I don't care. If it's rude, or crude, or vulgar, whatever the case may be, I will immediately delete the comment, and I will block the person. That's a guarantee. I'm not even going to go there with people. I ain't got time for that. Like I said before, I'm too busy being an adult, trying to connect with my spiritual journey. Excuse me, baby. What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter? What? Okay. He's up on me. He's alerting me. Okay. Oh, Mommy just got a little too upset. That it? Huh? That it? Do I need to sit down? Huh? I don't want to sit down. It's dirty here. It's dirty, and Mommy don't feel like sitting here to let you do a deep pressure therapy for me. Yuck. Gross. I promise you, Rocky. Later today. Okay. The other day he came and set up on me. Oh, it's so dead. It stinks so high oven. But the other day he sat on me and sat his butt right on my chest when I was laying down on my back trying to do my meditation, and he just came up there and sat down on my chest. I was like, okay, you just sucked all the air up out of me. You're gonna have to get off, you beast. And he did. He eventually got off of me. Because he is not like people. You gotta understand, he's half Great Pyrenees. Half. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Oh, all that sand and dirt kicked up by this digger up over here. And that hurts my eyes. Even though I wear glasses. Oh, no. He's got this pavement saw. And he's cutting along the pavement there, along the gutter. Okay. Alright. My bad. Ow. I'm walking down an incline. Now they're just walking up an incline. And my knees click. Darn it. Alright, beautiful people. I'm not even trying to make this video that long. Alright, let me get this one posted. And hopefully I'll make some videos tomorrow. Alright, beautiful people. And Rocky says bye too. Yes, he does. Alright, beautiful people. Come back now. You hear?